Hello, and welcome back to Casters and Cryptids. This is the second stream, part 2, if you will, of our heroic attempt of doing some shenanigans. I want to introduce everybody real quick, and then going to keep it short and sweet. For anybody who just stumbled across this video, definitely go and watch part 1. It establishes exactly what we're doing. This is a MetaZoo tabletop RPG using the cards and everything that is on the cards and a D6 system. So go back, watch that one. But here quickly, I'd like to introduce Mr. Bats from Caster Society. We also then have the Meta Bros. We have Moldy, and we also have Metacracks over here at the edge. Then on the other side, we have Mr. Dad Hat himself, the elusive person inside the Discord everybody loves.
What's up?
Best person in Cryptid Nation News. It is Mr. Cryptid Nation News, also known as Cardboard and Coffee.
How's it going?
My name, of course, is Turmentic. I cover all the lore of MetaZoo, and above me is my good friend and co-worker over at Super Galactic Games and Comics, Mr. Dudley. So before we start, want to definitely do a shout out to Super Galactic for allowing us to use the space that's where Dudley's actually broadcasting from. Yep. Also want to shout out TCG Island for allowing us to use the streaming software for this as well. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. But without further ado, take it away, Dudley.
All right. Previously on Magical Task Force 6, we have our recruits who have come fresh out of boot camp and have been assigned to a special task force, the Army of Unity City, having grown to the point that it can now hold a line as well as go and take care of precision needs and missions in order to further the city's safety and security. The task force has been granted with the ability to head down to Texas. They're right now in the city of Houston.
Yeehaw.
Now they are trying to attempt to secure a focusing lens. This is for a telescope at the former National Air and Space Museum so that the greater powers that be can keep their eye on the sky. As they were investigating, they came across several different things, some from the cosmos, some from who knows. One of them being a rather wicked individual with a crooked smile and glowing yellow eyes. And that was where we actually left off, was with them first encountering this individual surrounded by 12 black-eyed children. We're going to come right into it, guys, and it's mid-morning, and all of you are staring out the window as you begin to hear a cackling laughter come forth from this man, and one of his hands raises up into the air above his head, holding a mysterious black orb.
Well, I'm trying to summon a crab immediately.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even think we should engage. I think we should turn and go back up the steps because there's no way look at them children.
What are we going to do? Just get chased through the space center, my friend?
We got a map that actually shows us all the exits. Somebody look at this map and tell us where we need to go.
Okay. There's black-eyed children behind us. We've seen a few.
Well, they were in the cafeteria. Let's just stay away from the cafeteria. I don't know who has the most perceptions. Whoever has the most perception, go and roll and look at this map. See if we got an exit plan.
Can I ask how far exactly away are we from this sinister looking character?
You guys are just inside the main lobby, and the sinister looking character is about 15-20 yards away from the front door. The front of the building is shaped in a semicircle, and they have completed that semicircle with the black-eyed children casing in that courtyard. He's standing directly in front of them, right in the middle.
Yeah, I say we try and find like a back door or something. We got a map. We know all the emergency exits. I think Charlie, I think you had the map.
Well, I'm going to give the map here. Well, Marcus, take the map.
All right, I'll take the map, take a look at it. May I suggest that we just, kind of like Ghostbusters back step a few paces out of this sinister character's sight. I can read and walk if we want to start moving a little bit here. So confront or try to figure out something else, and something else is the other direction. I don't think we should just sit here where he can see us.
All right, well, let's go.
All right, this is very crude, but I came up with it very quickly just now. So what you're looking at when you look at this map, here we go. Like I said, it's going to be crude. Up top, you're looking at that semicircle. That is the entrance, okay? We come over to this side. That is where the cafeteria is. We're coming over to this side. That's where the observatory is. And looking at the map, you see that there are 2 fire escapes that are at the very back of the main lobby behind the desk. But you'd have to find the employee-only area. It's back behind that closet door.
All right, boys. Well, I think we just go running across the floor right now.
Does it seem like he's already noticed us, though?
He's definitely aware that you're in there.
Okay.
Well, he's definitely aware somebody's in there. Something is drawing his attention. He's gazing at the building. He has this thing above his head, and you guys are at the moment having seconds to react before he gets ready to do what he's going to do.
I think we need to run.
I'm just thinking, like, there was a reason why these things were interested in that telescope room, and it was pristine. That's why I don't know if we should run away, because unless that's what he's after. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep walking backwards away from the door. While
I don't think we have time to discuss it here. We should just run back towards the emergency exits.
Do you think we can get through those doors? All right, do it. All right, fine, let's go.
Let's do it.
We're moving. We're going.
We're going to the emergency exits, I guess.
All righty. You go around back behind the counter where the map was procured, and just past it, you see an office door. It doesn't look like it's in very good shape. It's kind of pitted. The doorknob itself has got some corrosion on it. Does anybody go up and actually make an attempt to try the door?
Oh, yeah, right up. We're going to try the door. Yeah, there you go, Dad Hat.
Yeah, I'll just
do it.
Go right up, and I'll. You know what? I want to have my knuckles at the ready, my brass knuckles. I'm at the ready, and I'm just gonna punch the door down.
You're gonna punch the door down.
Punch the door down.
So it doesn't take much. The door comes down in about 4 or 5 strikes, as it has taken a lot of weathering.
No, it was the muscles.
It's shreds. Yeah, and you know, it's an impressive moment for your companions to watch you just kind of plow through this barrier that's in your way. But you are met by the barrel of a gun.
Ah, beans.
We don't know.
SCP Foundation.
Hey yo, we're chill. We're the magical task 6 force.
All right. What my friend is trying to say. All right, he's a very big fan of yours. What exactly are you doing here, and are you involved with what is over there?
We're preparing to engage what is over there.
We are preparing, to de-engage. So why don't we switch the engagement?
We were disengaging.
Yep.
Is there any way for us to get out of your way there, Foundation person? Is there a back door is what I guess I'm asking.
Yeah, that would be the door that we came in, but I'm not sure if you want to be heading out that way.
Why?
Why is that exactly?
We did leave behind a couple of Wendigos.
Bet.
A couple of Wendigos. Okay.
A couple of Wendigos.
By leave behind, you mean you left for dead, or you just kind of let them keep
Our
doing their thing?
Our mission is to collect the head of. Hold on, just a second. Caught with my tabs down. Our mission is to apprehend the individual known as Indrid Cold.
Are you
right? I think he's right outside, actually, right now.
Are you your boy is right through here, through this doorway?
I think this is an excellent opportunity for a show of cooperation between Unity City and the SCP Foundation.
All right.
Right.
Cooperate by letting
time out, boys. Time out, boys. I think we need to talk without Mr. Foundation, good sir, here being able to hear us. Would it be all right if me and my colleagues talked for just a minute, real quick.
This is a combat situation. I don't know if you've been in war before, son, but at the immediate moment, we're not up for discussions. We have an objective, and the enemy has been spotted.
I think we could take him.
We were told not to engage at all with SCP.
Against
Right.
SCP.
We're not
that's not
engaging them. We're helping them engage.
Y'all are walking a fine line. All right, I guess I'm outvoted
Fine.
here.
We
What
don't have a choice.
what do y'all have to offer to help out? How do we know that y'all are going to pull your weight besides the gun that you've been pointing in my face?
I'd like to reiterate that I don't know him.
He stands to the side and reveals 8 other Foundation members wearing full SWAT tactical gear, several of them carrying magical items.
I mean, I like those odds.
Right.
There's a couple of Sasquatch with him as well.
Sir Casters, sir, how can we assist?
Hold the line and we'll flank.
Line hell, go for it. Absolutely.
Word.
Let's do this. We don't want them in there following us back to wherever we're going, so we should just eliminate everything. They look a little beefier than us anyway.
We got your 6. You go. Yeah, we got your 6.
We're going to circle around the building then, and we're going to try to take them from around the side of the observatory.
All right.
Is that they're going now? They're going? Is that actually happening?
They're preparing to move out.
Okay,
Hey,
quiet note to the team. Just now might
really
be an ideal time for us to just get the F out of here while they're distracting whoever the sinister thing is. You think of what I'm thinking, Damon?
I'm on board, man. I'm already heading towards those Wendigos. I'll let you know whenever I see them. All right.
They know who we are.
2 Wendigos.
I think
if there's any
that might not look
survivors-
so good on our records, you know.
At the same time,
Quartermaster, we did not engage, and we get to get out of here with the folks and lenses, and we just let them go to the slaughter, and we get home free, and we get to hit that break.
I don't know, because I've heard stories of people that are associated with this foundation, and the thing is that they do not easily
while y'all
forget.
are having your discussion, a very rapidly spreading shadow flies past you until noon turns to night.
Right. I'm going to summon my crab now. Definitely going to summon my Wawa Lake station. Or attempt to. All right, so I need 4 successes on this.
All right.
I'm going to use my expertise, and I'm going to use my water baby bonuses.
Okay.
We're going all in here. Right, so we've got 1, 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 successes.
All right. It sounds like you've successfully summoned your crab.
Right. I'm going to bring that Walla Lake crustacean in right near us. And I believe I have 1 extra aura remaining.
Yep.
Can I use that on anything, or is that just...
That is focused towards contracting. So you would be needing that to use to contract a beastie.
Could it be another beastie other than the crab, or just I'm limited to crabs?
Nope, it can be another beastie.
I'm going to summon a water baby with that extra one then.
Okay.
Please don't burn it.
I like
I
that.
have some fires I'll stomp out later.
Hey, I haven't blown up anything yet, so he ain't got no access to fire.
Can I see the map of the building again, if you have that handy?
Do I have the map?
Just at
I'll
this
hand the map
moment,
off if
you
I have the
guys
map.
also start to hear
talking
a
to
great
Dudley.
deal of gunfire.
Dudley, can I see the map of the building?
Sounds like home.
The map of the building?
Yeah.
My very crude map.
All right. Are there any windows in the front? Where
There are. So there's going to be windows all along the front on both sides. There you go.
All right, tell you what, boys.
And then the whole front semicircle here is actually glass storefront. So it's window from ceiling to floor.
We should go back inside the building and attack them from the behind, because now they're focused on the foundation.
I think that's sort of what we agreed to do, right?
That sounds good to me.
Yep.
Well, I thought we were going to protect their backs, but I mean, technically, we're sandwiching them now.
We're engaging, so
All right.
flank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna put the squeeze on.
That's what all right, let's do it. The scorpion. The scorpion maneuver. That's what we're doing. We learned it back in basic.
Perfect.
All right, I walk back inside the building very confidently.
Very confidently. All right. Going through, all you can hear is a great deal of gunfire, men shouting, some screaming, and a lot of laughter of children.
Those kids aren't
That's
kids.
terrifying.
That very terrifying.
So, does it seem like the children are acting on their own, or does it look like they're being controlled by this gentleman?
They appear to be moving with him or acting at his will.
Okay. Can we see him? Like, is he visible right now?
Not from your position. You guys have made your way towards the back door. Right now, you're kind of in that back office area where the emergency exits are.
Gotcha.
You're kind of surrounded by employee lockers, the break room, the
How many
refrigerator that no one ever
how many
cleans
of them
out.
are actually in front of us at this point? Have any of them gone outside, or is it still all 12?
Have you made your way past that door to the front desk where you're actually able to get eyes on that?
I'll make my way actually through the door to the desk to be able to look and see how many of them are still there.
But you don't see any.
Silently, I'll silently go.
You don't see any of them.
Ooh, so the room is ours.
The room is yours, and even looking through the windows, you don't see any of them out in the front courtyard anymore.
Ah, so they're not out there anymore.
But you do still hear a lot of gunfire.
Sounds like we might have an opportunity here, boys.
Maybe we should go back out the door if there's nobody in front of us when we're supposed to protect these dudes. Oh, sorry.
I think we should move back out there.
Ideas. All right, let's go back outside the door then. I guess we just went in a big circle.
I'm gonna have my spell book at the ready just in case.
We'll lead with 3 Gumbaroos and 1 in the back for our formation.
All right, I guess we go outside the building again and look and see what's back behind it.
Everybody roll perception for me.
Three success.
2 success.
I had a 6, a 4, and 2 1s.
I got 3 successes.
Sorry, is a 6 2 successes, or is that... Okay, then 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. So everybody notices that about 10 feet immediately to your right is injured cold.
Oh, beats.
And nearly immediately, a massive flood of water seems to emanate from the ground directly beneath his feet. As this happens, any beastie that you guys have contracted that isn't flying, and the crab and the water baby would all be destroyed in this massive flood of water.
But my crab and my baby hang on.
Your crab and your
I
baby
still have them.
hang on.
Does that do anything to us, or just our beasties?
So it floods over your bodies as well, and some of you seem to get knocked back a little bit by it, but it doesn't take you away and break your connection like it does with the beasties. The beasties themselves, as soon as the water comes up, the only ones that are able to hold their ground are the crabs themselves. So as soon as that water comes up, it sweeps all the other beasties away, and it starts to roll them in a tumultuous wave until they simply are no more. They have died.
Oh, wow.
Rip Gumbaroos.
Can I ask, do any of us know anything about this character? Do we know exactly who Injured Cold is? Do any of us have any background or?
You've had a couple of lessons about him possibly being a figure of myth, about him also possibly being someone that needs to be hunted specifically. A lot of the intel that the military has on him right now is extremely hazy. He's more of a person of interest than he is a wanted fugitive like the SCP seems to be hunting him down.
So if we were to capture him, we can't expect any kind of reward or anything. It's just like a maybe.
You can try to capture him if you want.
I'm in it for those greenbacks, y'all.
There's no guarantee that there's a reward, but I'm sure there's some kind of accommodation for performing military service above and beyond the Call of Duty.
I mean, I'm just going to go out on a limb here, though, and just say that I don't think that we are up to par to take on this person right here. Do you not feel? No, do you not feel the aura emanating off of this person?
Just say
the raw power that they literally have at their fingertips.
He's more dangerous when he's awake. But what if we put him to sleep?
I don't. All right, let's see if you can.
All right, I'm going to try and cast catnap on him.
Well, before you were able to pull that off during your discussions right in front of him.
We gotta quit doing this, guys.
We need to get better at this.
Yeah, this is kind of our thing, and it shouldn't be.
I mean, I got yelled at when I tried to call a meeting, and SCP yelled at me. So, I mean, last time I tried to call a meeting.
He's going to raise his hands into the air, and he cuts both of his wrists. When he does, black ink seems to come from the wounds, but it doesn't seem to cause him any kind of harm or pain.
Does it seem like he's casting a spell?
So now all of a sudden there are 3 Gumbaroos and Fufulet that are at his side.
Beans.
Guys, we've completed our mission. Our mission was not to engage. I say we get out of here.
Oh, well, all right, let's go. But I don't know how we're going to go. You still hear those children.
Run.
The gunfire has died down, and you no longer hear any children after he cast that spell.
So
I don't think there's getting away from this right now. I think we might need to try to.
His spell was already
children.
His spell was already successful then.
I'd like to try and cast a lightning bolt on this thing, and maybe it'll give us a beat to run.
Okay.
All right. So lightning bolt is going to cost.
Last option to do something to get out of this before everybody's rolling for initiative and we're getting into combat.
Are you sure you don't want me to put him to sleep?
It might be better if Charlie lights some Gumbaroos on fire.
Sleep would be a better idea. I like sleep. Please.
All right, so I'm going to cast catnap on him.
So
okay.
we're attempting catnap again.
All right,
we're going back
to my intelligence plus. Am I doing 2 more die since we leveled up?
Yes. So now you have 2 expertise dice.
Sweet. I've got 3 4s and a 6.
I think that's going to successfully put him to sleep.
We still got to deal with all of these Gumbaroos in front of us now.
Light him up.
That's a fact you do. Because he does. He collapses down, and as he does, the Gumbaroos begin to move forward. Now we're all rolling for initiative.
And you got to remember, too, that catnap only puts them to sleep for a turn.
We got to book it.
What are we rolling for initiative?
Does it seem like a spell is what brought the Gumbaroos and stuff back?
Yes.
Can I try to cast anti-magic field to see if it dispels whatever he did?
Yes.
Okay.
What are we rolling for initiative? What dice or attribute?
You're going to be rolling your dexterity?
Agility? I don't have dex here.
Yeah, agility, that's it.
Agility. Okay, cool.
There we go. Right page of notes helps.
I got 3 successes.
Well, it's the total. It's the total of
the total. 15.
15.
I failed my anti-magic anyways.
$20.
20.
Shoo.
7 for me.
Say that for me one more time, Stab.
7. Oh, sorry, Stab.
7.
No, I got 10.
Kane is 7.
Kane is 7. Stab is 10.
Stab is 10.
Yeah.
And Charlie is 15.
I only get 2 dice.
16 for cracks.
All right, Dennis, you're up first.
All righty.
You're looking at 3 Gumbaroos and a Foufoulet.
All right. Well, I think I am going to try and cast imprisonment on the Follette.
Okay.
Let me roll right quick. I've got 1, 2, 3 successes.
That's going to pass. That fulfills your casting cost, right?
Yeah, 1.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Then you're definitely able to do it. So, with that being said, how many pages can you have of that spell?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That being said, if you have 3 successes, you can cast it 3 times.
And how many beasties are there?
4 total.
3
Gumbaroos and a Foufoulet.
I'm gonna do 2 of the Gumbaroos and the Follette.
All right. So we've got 1 Gumbaroo left. How long are they imprisoned for?
Until the imprisonment is broken, which it has 10 LP.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Excellent. All right. So that means we've got 3 BCs detained, 1 still up, and we just moved on to Moon. Marcus Moonshine.
Right. I'm gonna order my water baby to just run in there and attack the remaining Gumbaroo. Go get him, boy. Go get him.
I believe in you,
Does he
little
do combat
soldier.
damage, or does he do some kind of special damage?
Water baby does 30 combat damage, and I roll for paralyze on that. And if I paralyze, that will negate Gumbaroo's combat damage effect, the one that reduces. Yeah. So, and I just roll regular, right? We did this before. I just roll for paralyze. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
and it's the
just
same
leave
even
it off
odd
the
system.
card.
We got a success. 6.
We got a success. So how much damage is he actually taking?
Nice.
30 damage on the Gumbaroo from the water
Really?
baby.
All right. That's enough to take him out.
Good boy.
You guys are clearly showing your colors as an elite task force. You were not chosen poorly.
So
Are we still in combat?
That being said,
I say we book it.
it is still nighttime, and you begin to see the body of Indrid Cold begin to move.
Are we still in
Guys,
combat?
let's get out of here right now.
No, you are officially out of combat at this moment.
All right,
I'd like to,
I agree with y'all. Let's go.
We need to run.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's all dash.
There's a disabled Indrid Cold on the ground right now.
Hey, yo, I
Should
do
we
still have
try?
1 more imprisonment.
But if you
We can try
imprison
to
him,
attack him.
No, you can't.
What?
Mike is looking really hungry. I could send Crab in
I have a
there.
war
He could
axe.
just. You have a war axe.
all right, go
He's
get him.
right
Attack
now.
him
I gotta
now.
roll right now.
All right, fire. I'm casting firebolt directly at Indrid Cold.
Are you now?
Yes,
That's double that damage.
Yeah, he is still asleep, right?
he's still he should still be asleep. So I'm going to what is it? That would be with my concentration, which I get 6. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to go balls out right now. 6, 7, 8, 9. I get 9 dice. And I've only cast Fireball once. If this works, then we'll see. And I only got 3 successes. But you know what? I'm going to throw 3 Fireballs directly at Indrid Cold right now.
All right. How much
Boom,
damage
boom,
is that
boom.
doing?
25 damage, and it's inflicted with burn. So 3 burn.
And
Doesn't one of those do double damage because you're waking him from
Oh.
sleep?
That's right. So it actually would be 100 damage even with 3 burn. And then I turn and book it.
So how many fireballs?
It would be 3, but the
3?
first one's double because he's asleep.
Well, he's still asleep because the first one manages to hit a chibi Mothman as it falls out of his jacket.
Oh,
The second one hits
man.
the same chibi Mothman, and then your third one hits one that crawls up and covers his face before dying in his
oh man. I hate how cute
And
that
at
is.
that moment, you guys
Chibi
hear another
Defense
very
Force.
loud screech and feel the beating of wind.
All right, I tried, boys. I tried. Somebody else do something.
I'm throwing my lightning bolt. I've been holding this little crackling thing. Let's go. Let's go. Right at Indrid. I don't care. Moss or not.
Well,
Kane, what's up?
You said we felt winds. Does anybody look up and see what the wind is coming from?
I understand there's something up there, but we got something right in front of us that we need to deal with. Now, are we back in combat again? No, time out. Are we back in combat? Or are we still outside of
No,
combat?
you're just really surprised at what's just happened. That's all.
I'd like to do a perception check, try to figure out where that gust of wind just came from.
Okay. Roll for me.
We've got 4 successes.
You look up into the sky just in time to see 2 glowing red eyes before you take 50 points of damage.
Don't look at that thing. Whatever.
Everybody
you do.
roll for initiative.
Oh my! Do not look at that thing in the eyes.
And you all know exactly what you see. You see Mothman.
50 damage.
Okay, question. So we don't know anything about Indrid, right? Or can we do a
Nothing
knowledge check?
confirmed. Just a whole lot of legends and spooky rumors. A lot of it sounds like old wives' tales.
Okay.
If I'm doing
Seems
this right,
pretty
I got a
real
20.
right now.
Is there an investigation check that we can do to figure out the special attributes of Indrid?
Yes, but it's going to take a combat action because you guys are at this moment now in combat again.
All right.
I rolled a 13.
Is that a 4-0 up there?
If I'm doing that right,
Lovely.
Wow.
Jesus.
Ew. I rolled an 11.
All right. I'm just going to go around. Kane, what you got for me? Kane,
Oh,
initiative.
sorry, seven again.
7 again? All right.
13. 13.
13. Lucky number. Cracks.
12.
12. Moonshine.
11.
And Stab.
I also got a 13.
Here we go. So combat.
Hmm.
All right. So just to recap, Indrid is still on the ground, correct?
No, he's on a knee.
Oh, okay. Oh. All right. So Indrid's on a knee. Mothman's in the air. Don't look at it in its eyes. And of course, I guess Dennis is going to go first.
Yeah, that's the way it is looking.
always, always ready. Like the Boy Scouts. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on one sec.
You're supposed to always be prepared, man.
I want to cast a catnap on Mothman.
You want to cast a catnap on Mothman.
Yeah, why not? Let's go YOLO. So let me. I got 3 successes, 4 2 5s, and a 2.
Is that enough for your spell?
It is a 1-drop.
Okay. So Mothman is going to kind of flutter down a little bit. It hasn't quite put him all the way to sleep. It's dazed. It's confused. It definitely seems exhausted. And who's? Oh, I'm next.
Uh-oh.
That smile, guys. That smile.
10 of them? Ooh.
What?
How many of you guys are there?
6.
6.
Yeah.
Magical Task Force 6. Oh, not 10.
Is that why we're called Magical Task Force 6?
No, but yes.
All right, so Indrid Cole has just unleashed 9 fireballs. One of them goes at Mothman and wakes him up rather abruptly and rudely.
Right.
The other 7 are being flung at you guys. The first one is going towards Crabs.
Well, time out real quick. What is our proximity to the crab?
To the crab?
Yes, sir.
He is amongst you.
Are we behind him?
No, nobody specified they were taking cover behind him, so he's just been moving with the group.
Fair. All right.
He's probably closest to actually being in front of that who summoned him. So I'm going to say probably Marcus Moonshine is going to be the one that actually receives any kind of cover from this.
Heard. All right.
I'm staying very close to my little crab. I'm just scratching him behind the antennae.
So that does mean Crabs. You just took 25 points of damage, and you're inflicted with burn.
Damn. Oh.
Charlie, you took 25, and you're now burned.
Can I try to? Okay, never mind. I'll take 25.
Kane, you just took 25, and you're burned. Stab, you just took 25, and you're burned. Marcus, roll a d6 for me and tell me what you get.
Well, I got a 4.
You got a 4. So a fireball intended for you hits your crab, does 25 damage to it, and it's burned.
Oh, that's a good boy. He'll be okay.
Now, since it's technically defending right now, does it actually take half damage?
No, crab has stone skin, so it takes 0 damage.
Right. So it does get burned.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I knew that was one of the tricky cards that we put in purposely so we could see how we could make the card itself actually work with this. So I wanted to just clarify. All right, sorry. Back to this guy.
And last one is going back at Stab again. We got our last bit of damage.
I shouldn't open my mouth.
Did I get any damage?
No, you lucked out.
Gang, gang.
I rolled to see who got hit on a d6 because there's 6 of you, and I never rolled a 2.
Dennis shouts as all of his friends burst into flame. Gang, gang. Oh!
Hey, yo, Marcus, you missed me.
Reacting to your signs and your yee, Indrid Cold is quite amused and lets out a large cackling laughter. With that being said, his beastie is now going to follow up with him, and he's going to be attacking Turmentic.
Of
Charlie. That's 50 points of damage from the Feathered Assault.
Oh, goody.
All right, moving on. We're at... Ooh, no, I had it rough. Charlie, you're up next.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to summon a tea kettler.
A tea kettler.
Yep. And so that means I get 4 + 2, so I get 6 die. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and I only cost 2 to summon, so I'm going to summon 2 of them.
Okay.
So I got that. I guess that's my action for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I get a bonus action, or do we get bonus actions at all?
Not yet.
All right, heard. So yeah, I got 2 tea kettlers. Woo!
Not yet. As you guys get more experience in combat, you'll get access to that kind of stuff as you get more acclimated with, battlefield fatigue, the rigors and chaos of being in combat, being in chaotic situations, holding back that panic from realizing that you're looking at Mothman.
You said no right after I said I got 2 tea kettlers, so I got real scared that you were going to respond and be like, "No, you didn't get these tea kettlers for at all." So, all right, well, that's my turn, I guess.
All right, that brings us up to Stab.
Okay. Earlier you said he was carrying a black object. Does he still have that object on him?
No, he does not.
Okay. In that case, I'll try to summon some Kinderhook blobs.
Okay.
Blobby boys.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see. That is... You said that... Is that Savvy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 4. I got 1 5, so I can only summon 1 then. Because it's a 1-drop.
Okay.
Yes.
You successfully summon 1.
Okay. Go get him.
That brings us up to Cracks.
Charlie, how many of those tea kettlers you just pop out?
I just popped out 2 tea kettlers there, man.
All right, I'd like to attempt to cast 2 static wands on the 2 tea kettlers. From what I understand, static wand is applicable to anything at this point. I'd like to give the invisible doggies paralyzed so we can get them through the the bigger threat and hopefully slow them down. All right, so I believe I'm rolling 6 there, and I'm gonna need 2 for static wand. So I got 1, 6, and a 5. So I got a total of 3 and a 4. So I have 4 successes.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw 2 static wands on 2 of the tea kettlers.
Sounds fantastic. So we've got 2 tea kettlers that now suddenly in their clutches have static charged wands. And are just crackling off of them, dancing off of some of the other little vapors around them.
Nice.
I like it. Paralyze and burn. Let's go.
And invisible. So wherever they are, I guess you just see a little static over there, here or there, now and then.
At this point, I think what you really see is a couple of floating wands.
There you go.
The sparks interacting with whatever, like heat they would be throwing off, causing that air distortion. Moonshine, we're up to you.
Right. So what's the present combat situation? Where are the enemies in relation to us?
The enemies are about 5 feet in front of you. They're in your face.
Right. I'm going to just tell Crab and Baby to charge in there to the nearest enemy, and we're going to try to take care of these things. Who's close by?
Closest to you would be Indrid Cold.
Can I attack Indrid with my longsword and also have Crab and Baby attack Indrid?
They'll have their own separate attacks that they can do because they're already on the board. That'll come after your action. They follow your action.
Right. I'm going to pull out my 2-handed sword and just try to cleave Indrid. I need blood right now.
Okay.
When he's not burning babies.
Right.
Right, so I get my expertise on the 2-handed. We've got 3 successes there.
That's gonna hit, but not well.
I just want to point out, too, that the only one of us that has any sort of beasties that can attack Mothman is Mr. Dennis over there with his Napa Rebobs that can fly.
Gang, gang.
Just throwing that out so everybody knows that in the middle of combat.
Good call, Charlie.
So I heard you say the words "not well." What exactly does that mean?
So he seems to catch the blade as it begins to cleave into his shoulder.
Oh.
So he's going to take some damage from it. What did we say your damage is going to do on that weapon?
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. He's going to actually be taking about 10.
Right. I tried, guys.
And once again, you do notice that his blood doesn't seem to be quite normal. It's oozing black ink.
I'm kind of just worried how close you are to him now, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I was 5 feet away before, so
Seems to sizzle a little bit on your blade.
You're kind of down there by yourself.
well, I've got my beasties with me, right? Are they going to follow up my attack? I thought they had my back.
They are. They're following in right behind you. Now it's their turn. So let me know what their attacks do, and we'll go ahead and calculate that damage.
Right. Water Baby's doing the 30 damage and the paralyze. I'll roll for that.
Okay.
We've got a success on the paralyze. And then Crab is doing 40 damage.
All right. At that moment, we're doing what I'm going to be calling a panic roll. You guys aren't rolling anything. That's for me. So Mothman at that moment, as Indrid Cold goes down, because you just pretty much dealt lethal damage to him, you're going to be taking 10 points of damage as Mothman plows into you and then scoops up Indrid Cold into his talons and flies off.
We did it.
And we are now at the end of combat. You guys are out of combat.
I thought we could take him.
I'm going to hug my crab and my water baby.
I'm going to hug his crab as well.
All I'm saying is I made Indrid Cole laugh. I'm happy with myself.
I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
I'm going to start healing up the team. So,
Now, just out of curiosity, when you made that attack, your beasties, were you burned?
I wasn't burned. I
You weren't,
dodged.
'cause
I
you
dodged
died.
it.
All right, yeah. All
I
right,
hid
okay.
behind Mr.
Yeah.
Krabby Boy.
But you
Hey,
did take 50 from Mothman.
Really
Yeah.
fast. Can I try and summon all of my Napa Rebobs and fly after them?
Oh,
Sure.
this was why you were asking about the weight factor. This Wizard of
Go
Oz
for
dude over
It's
here.
gonna take like literally all of my Napa Rebobs to carry me, but I think it might be worth it.
Go for it.
All
What
right,
if one of
so,
them drops you? What if one of them gets tired?
You would, Dennis.
Guess we'll find out. Gang, gang. So I got 2 sticks.
What are you
and a 5.
doing?
Okay.
I think he just wants to be friends with Indrid.
So that's 5 Napa Rebobs. Is that right?
It's 5 Napa Rebob. Yep.
Awesome. So I have all but 1 of my Napa Rebobs summoned.
Dennis, before you go, were you one of the two holding the focusing lens?
Give us that focusing lens first before you
Would
go.
you please? May I hold that as you float into the air with your Napa Rebob balloon?
Listen, are you
Bunch.
sure? Okay, yeah, I'll give it to him. I'll give it a crack. I'll give it a
Okay.
crack.
Thank you. I won't let it crack. Appreciate it.
All right.
Do you command your Napa Rebobs to pick you up into the air and fly after Mothman?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a
Roll
terrible
a D6
idea.
for me. Tell me what you get.
What was that?
Roll a D6 for me. Tell me what you get.
Nat 6.
You fly off into the air with remarkable ease. As soon as you get about 50 feet up into the air, though, a blast of red light comes forward from that dark mass that is Mothman. And what's the life points on your Napa Rebob?
25.
25. Well, it manages to go through 2 of them, and
Makes
you
sense.
are dropped. You fall to your feet.
Gotcha. Okay. Anybody want to catch me? No?
I mean, we
Blob,
can
someone
try,
have the
but
blob go. Have the blob break his fall.
he's going to swoosh that blob. I'm surprised he's not sending the water baby.
You want to try to send the blob?
Yeah, I can try to put my blob under him.
Roll a d6 for me. Tell me what you get.
Okay. Jesus Christ, Dennis.
Like, it'd be one thing if you sent the bunch after them, like to fight for you, but kind of. Oh, what'd you get there?
Got a 4.
So your blob manages to get directly underneath them, and we'll say that negates that much damage.
Okay.
What's the life points of your blob?
Is there stars out?
Yes, it's still nighttime.
Okay. Are we still by a forest?
No, you're in the middle of the city.
Okay, so 55 then.
55?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to kill your blob, but he's going to take some of his damage as he impacts the ground and squishes it completely.
Okay.
We are definitely going to get a talking to about wasting our beasties when we get back to base camp.
Well,
Listen, worth it.
That's another 30 points of damage for Dennis, and one of your legs is broken.
You know what? It hurts, but it happens.
well, at least you're remaining.
I'm gonna have
rebots
Crab
can
go.
carry you.
I'm gonna have Crab try to help Dennis. Can you crawl onto my crab's back? Maybe he can carry you.
He's fallen about 30 feet away from you guys, further up the road.
Well,
And
his
you
remaining
can all
rebots.
see several children approaching him on the ground.
We need to get over there.
Oh,
But I do still have
beans.
three rebobs, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
They're flying around up in the air. They've kind of gone into a panic at the sight of dropping you.
As they should be. They're going to get a talking to later.
I want to send my 2 tea kettlers directly towards Mr. Dennis, trying to either distract or engage those children.
Okay.
I'd also like to send my beasties over there if possible.
And I'll contract my last Gumbaroo next to Dennis.
Always Dennis.
Always Dennis.
All right. Everybody who's sending beasties over there, roll a d6 for. Actually, no, don't roll a d6 for me. You're sending beasties over. Roll a wisdom check for me.
So I wouldn't be sending, I'd be contracting, so that's different.
Do we
So that's
include
gonna be
expertise?
Your wisdom dice. Everybody's target number is elevated. 5s and 6s are successes.
Well, 3 successes, a 5 and 2
successes.
6s.
I got 1 6.
1 6. All right. One of your beasties is going to make it over there in time. Moonshine, all of your beasties will make it over there in time. But unfortunately, Dennis, you have been blindsided and you've gotten knocked upside your head by one of these children as it looms directly over your face, dealing 20 points of damage. With that moment, though, your beasties are close enough and they're able to directly engage the 3 black-eyed children that are there.
Right, so I can't attack them because they have that spirit trait, but can I order my beasties to defend Dennis to act as blockers?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Can I just shoot Dennis?
Sure.
There you go.
You just want to go scoop them up?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Now, he was saying, shoot me. Listen, I've been shot at before. Not a fan. Not a fan.
It gets easier the second time.
Yeah. Already had a gun held to my face once tonight.
Yeah, nobody wondered what happened to them.
I mean, I wonder, but not enough to find them.
We were told not to engage with them, so
We'll worry about the SCP there. All right, so who's doing what?
I'm gonna have my my Nappas coming close to protect me also.
Okay.
Actually, no, even better. If it's okay, can I have them drag me back to the group? So they're not like flying me; they're dragging me. There's only
Roll a
3 of them.
d6 for each one of them.
2, 6, 5.
Yeah, I'm going to say they're able to start dragging you back, but they manage to close about half the distance before you notice that the children are following you. Well, 2 of the children are following you. One of them seems to be kind of confused about some things. It's lost in the chaos. It keeps looking at all the different beasties, then at you, then back around. It's acting a little abnormal even for what it is.
What is the best way to destroy spirit?
Just got a block.
I get, yeah, because we don't got anything else like that can actually handle any of it.
You got those fireballs still, right?
I do. How many? Oh, I do. I only have 6 of them though.
Well, there's only 2 children that are worth caring about right now.
All right. Well, then, have we started combat yet?
No, nobody's actually directly in combat. This is just an encounter.
Okay, I would like to actually target the children around Mr. Dennis with casting firebolt at them.
Always
or
burn
fireball.
children.
Charlie, before you're able to cast that spell, roll a d6. Actually, do a wisdom check for me.
All right.
Charlie, I'd just like to point out as you're kind of aiming there and, getting everything ready that one of those kiddos kind of looks confused. Not so much like evil, just kind of unsure of itself.
Well, the 2 that actually are next to him, though, actually seem to be the ones that actually want to try to attack him. So we can aim just for those 2 instead and leave that 3rd one alone. I mean, I like save the chibis. I'm all about saving the chibis, but sometimes like I said, you got to burn
that's
them.
the be thing. Yep.
I think Dennis deserved 1 or 2 good hits with a stick, but we should stop the rest of them if we can.
All right, I got a 6 and a 5. So I got 2 successes, 1 critical success.
Okay. Who are you throwing fireballs at?
I want to throw a fireball each at the 2 children that are looking menacingly over at Dennis, but not the one that actually looks confused.
All right. That's going to send both of them bursting into flame as they collapse down to the ground, leaving behind them piles of ectoplasm and sulfur soot.
Demons.
The one coming forward, though, that looks confused, it definitely has a different way about it.
Somebody roll a perception check.
Right, I'll roll a perception check on that. We've got 6 successes.
Jesus.
That child's eyes are blue.
Oh.
Should I take the shot?
Let's talk to it.
Everybody hold the shot.
Let's talk to it first. Hello there, children. Chilling. How are you? Are you okay?
You get no response. They look at you and their jaw drops open, but no sound comes out.
Why don't you try the baby? I mean, it's a kid. Send a little cute thing.
Do they look hurt in any way?
Make the water baby hug the child.
On their clothes.
Oh. Good
All
point,
right,
Kane.
you know what? I want to offer one of my health potions to the child.
Well, I'll just wait. We're not in combat. I'll use my.
Well, we don't got to be in combat. It's a peace offering. I'm trying to be like, look, here's some.
Let me
health
use my
potions.
skills instead.
All right, fine, there, Mr. Healer.
All right, so intelligence is +4, and then I have a plus for medicine, so it's my expertise, so it's 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One success.
One success. So you walk over and you pull a Band-Aid out of your pocket and you put it over the bloody patch of clothing and you go, all right, there you go.
Can you please kiss it too, just to make it feel better? I kiss the boo-boo.
Just light this kid on fire. He's goner.
I'd like to try to attempt to give them one of my health potions again.
It takes the health potion from you, but it doesn't seem to know what to do with it.
Oh, okay. Well, can I take it back?
No.
Okay, fair.
At your attempt, it shies away. It looks at you with very large blue doe eyes and reels back, and holds it.
Oh, it's all right, little children. I ain't gonna. I won't take it. I'm sorry. It didn't look like you recognized what it was. Why are you here? Oh, it don't like to talk. It's just shaking its head.
I say we make the water baby give it a hug.
Oh, it's saying to be quiet. Wow. All right, Dennis, looking at you. Antlers.
I think it's seen a Wendigo.
2 words. 10 words.
It's either a Wendigo or it's a not deer.
I think based on the evidence, it's a Wendigo. We've heard there's a few more roaming around here.
All right. All right, child. Is there any safe way to get out of the city?
Immediately it turns and runs away from you straight into some of the rubble.
I think
what do we do, boys? We got to.
I think that's the way, right?
We follow.
Yeah, right. Let's go. Let's do the rebel thing.
All right, we'll follow it.
Everybody, roll perception for me, real quick. Except for Dennis.
I say what it is.
2.
4.
3 6s and a 4.
5.
4 success.
Okay. So everybody but Kane notices that Dennis is no longer there.
Oh, hail.
Oh, we didn't pick him up.
Where'd Dennis go? Did we leave him back there?
He would want us to follow the child.
Guys?
He has a broken leg.
Yeah, he can't go nowhere.
Give him a health potion.
I thought his monkeys were carrying him or something. Let's double back there.
They were trying to drag him. But,
well, we can't. All right. Well, look, we can't double back. All right. Look, myself, Kane, and Stab. Let's keep going. Chase after these child. You guys go get him and then come back this way. And then do I have anything on me in order to leave a trail for them to follow?
We have walkie-talkies, right?
All right, yeah, that's right. We got radios.
You guys
all right,
have walkie-talkies.
That's right. So
yeah, we could have been using those instead of yelling. But
looking at you, Dennis. All right, so yeah, you two go, and you go grab Dennis.
Wait,
and then
have you guys never watched any horror movies? You never split up.
Well, if we don't chase these children, we're going to lose these children. We won't be able to find them again.
All right.
That also sounds like some horror movie stuff right there. We don't chase these children into the rubble. Right, but yeah, okay, that's the plan. We'll go get Dennis, because otherwise what? We're just gonna leave Dennis behind. Okay, so I'll tell my crabs to double back. We're gonna head back and go get Dennis.
Dennis isn't there.
Dennis is gone.
R.I.P. Dennis.
I'm going to use my radio.
See some blood on the ground, a little bit of a trail, and where the dirt is disheveled from him being dragged away. It seems very, very quickly. You also see 2 sets of boot prints.
Okay.
Can I still call to the group? Are they within?
They're within. Well, I mean, they're definitely within radio, but you can probably holler out and they'd hear you too if you wanted to.
All right.
Also, no hollering. I went with Marcus here. Remember, we just established no hollering. We got the radios. So I'd like to first, hey guys, no Dennis. Okay, gone. So monkeys too, just some random boots. And then I'd like to hold on. Well, I guess I could have just stayed on. Dennis, are you there? Oh,
Dennis, you hear this coming over your radio, but your radio is in the hands of an SCP Foundation member who's bloody and wounded, that is dragging you away and cursing your names.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So are we still chasing these children, or do we still see them?
No, the child has disappeared into the rubble. It's a bombed down house that goes into a series of more long townhouses behind it. If you followed in, it's probably some sort of passage that either runs between or underneath them.
All right, pull out my radio and all right. The children's gone. We can't see the children. I guess we're gonna come back over to where you all are. Where is where are y'all? Over.
Exactly where you just came from. Literally turn around and just come back. I'll be standing here. You can practically see me if you just turn your head.
You forgot to say over, but you're right. I can see you right there behind me. We're heading back over that way. Over.
Affirmative. Over. You're right. Sorry about that. Over.
Kane, while you're listening to all this radio chatter, you remember during the briefing that the leadership said they would be listening in?
Hey, Charlie, leadership's listening into this. We got to be careful about what we say on that radio.
Well, I hope they see how well I'm leading this team. Magical Task Force 6. Woo!
Yeah, me too.
There's only 5 of us right now.
Hey, there's still 6 of us in heart, and we're gonna go and find Dennis wherever he is, yelling at people.
So they can't hear me, but I can hear them on the radio.
Correct.
All right. So whenever I hear Charlie say "Magic Team 6, woo," I just shout out "woo."
Can everybody roll perception?
Nice. A 6 and a 5.
4.
3 successes.
All right. So the only one that's got an idea for this is Kratz. You get a distinctive idea that he's being pulled in the opposite direction, probably back towards the Kennedy Space Center.
Okay. It looks like we got to circle back, guys. I heard a little woo. You know how he does the gang woo stuff. It's got to be him. There's only one of us that does it every single time. He never misses a chance.
That's
you know what I mean?
Him, yeah.
It's got to be him. So let's get him.
I'm just impressed he was able to hear it, to be honest with you. All right, let's head over that way.
That is impressive.
Dennis,
yes.
You just took 5 points of damage and your nose is broken now.
It happens.
Is there any way that I can use the radios to triangulate exactly where he is?
Yeah, sure. You could start essentially beaming sound over it if you wanted to and try to listen for the echoes.
All right, I would roll
It'll
my
be loud.
Oh, all right. All right. While we're walking towards where we think Dennis is, I asked the group, do you think this would be a good idea in order to try to figure out where he is? Send these signals to make it bounce back so we can hear it?
I think first of all, maybe we should get a lay of the land. Let me do a perception check, see what we're looking at, see what we're dealing with here before we go beeping and booping.
We got to hurry up because we're going to lose time and he's going to die.
Yeah. I say we just stay on the trail of sound right now. He obviously didn't respond to the radio, so I'm not sure why.
You all do notice that the darkness is starting to recede and it is turning into late afternoon again as sunlight seems to creep back over the city.
That's kind of a nice sign. Maybe he just went on a walk or something. You know, he got those monkeys that probably had to go to the bathroom or something.
He got a broken leg. All right, do that perception check.
All right, yeah, the broken leg thing. Yeah,
right. I'm going to do a perception check, just kind of looking for where the trail's going, any evidence, any movement. We've got 4 successes.
4 successes. With that many successes, you're able to tell that it's 2 individuals that are definitely dragging him. They're both wearing military issue style boots, very similar to yours. And his bleeding has stopped and that he's being dragged at a rapid pace. You can also tell after taking a few steps and watching that they're walking, stopping for a second, then walking forward fast and stopping for a second. And the blood trail isn't necessarily always coming from Dennis, as there are droplets mixed into the boot prints.
Now, can we see a definitive trail of where Dennis is being dragged?
Yes, you can.
All right, let's just follow that. Let's follow that trail.
Can I see my rebobs at all anymore? Are they like around?
They're circling high above you.
Gotcha.
Can we see the rebobs?
Roll perception for me.
All right.
It's daytime. It's probably going to be a lot easier. So let's make that target number 3.
All right. 6, 4, 5, and 3. So I guess 4 successes.
You definitely see them. You see them circling like vultures.
Follow those rebobs. Follow those rebobs. Over. I guess we're standing next to each other, so we don't need to use the walkie
SCP
anymore.
knows we're following the rebobs.
Yeah, you guys are all very close to each other. But they did just hear you radio that over.
What the
Charlie is standing directly beside us. We're like all huddled together, moving together. Charlie shouts, "Follow the rebobs," and also follow the rebob.
I'm the new dentist. What can I say? I find new innovative
my
ways.
reminder that we had radios wasn't to say use the radio every time you talk.
A few seconds later, 2 fireballs soar up into the sky and burn those rebobs until they're falling down.
All of them?
Well,
Yep.
Can we use the radio to talk to the SCP?
Yeah, sure. You can definitely give an attempt to actually communicate with them.
Should we try that?
Who wants to talk to him?
Well, I mean, we don't even. We can whoever it is. We don't even know at this point. We don't even know who's on the other end.
What are we going to ask him to do? Slow down so we can catch up.
Well,
Can anybody hear me on this radio over here? Because I just saw those 2 fireballs that just took out the rebobs. So and that was me, and I did that on purpose to see if anybody was listening to us. So who is this? Over.
I'm what's left of that unit of SCP Foundation that this dirtbag we're dragging promised to help and then left us for dead.
Hey, yo, who you calling dirtbag?
Well, look, we greatly apologize. We came into the building in order to try to help, but by that point, everybody had moved from the proximity of inside. And so when we came back outside, we were actually attacked by Mr. Indrid Cold, and we have been running for our own little butts ever since then. Over. Well,
maybe if you had held the line like you said you would and actually drew their attention, we all wouldn't be half dead.
Well, I apologize that you weren't definitive on what the line was. We tried to help. Well, we're trying to be personable here. Is there any? Can we talk about this, like person to person, caster to caster?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how much respect I have for the casters over at Unity City if this is the conduct of their soldiers.
While this dialogue is going on, I'm going to send my tea kettler ahead, since it's invisible, to catch up to Dennis and where these 2 people are.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to send both of the tea kettlers that way in order to catch up with Dennis. So let me know whenever they actually catch up with them.
Now, why are you taking our guy if you want nothing to do with us? Over.
I'm taking him to stand trial.
A trial for what, sir?
He promised to render assistance. He made an agreement with the Foundation. That agreement was broken. Therefore, there needs to be a punishment.
Sir, that is what we're trying to explain to you. We tried to attempt to help, but by that time, when the engagement happened, they were not in the proximity of us being able to protect the bag. We were trying to do the scorpion maneuver that is taught in Basic Academy. You should know this, being a military person yourself.
I believe it's called a pincer. Yeah,
it is a scorpion. You're not helping here, Cracks.
I didn't say anything.
I'm trying to whisper and help you. It's a.
And by the way, I'd like to point out that scorpions do have pincers.
That's true. See, so I stand by what I was talking about. We were attempting to help you. We wanted to help you.
I'd also like to point out that the said line you speak of and the holding, it never appeared. The line never materialized. It was more of an etheric idea that there was nothing to hold, or we couldn't. It wasn't held because you never showed up. So
we circled the building waiting for you to engage from the lobby. They formed a line. You hear extreme frustration and anger as he's yelling into the radio. You're actually able to hear his voice echoing off of the buildings around you. He is yelling with so much anger into the radio.
Am I able to
the line was established by the enemy. They had formed up in front of the building. Y'all were fleeing from them.
No, sir. We were trying to get through the lobby to get there.
I'm going to try to follow his voice while this conversation's happening. I'm going to try to follow his voice and see where he's at.
Off the radio, I'm going to point out that they want to put him on trial, so they're not going to kill him.
Am I able to to cast spells from my spellbook while I'm being dragged?
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to try and cast. There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
Well, where are my tea kettlers at this point?
They're still trying to close, but they haven't quite gotten there yet.
Okay.
All right, I've got 2 cat naps left.
Sergeant Skinner, sir. He seems emotionally riled. I have training in intimidation. I would like to take over communications at this time.
Heard. Here you go, sir.
All right. Do you want me to roll for intimidation first, or?
Yes. Well, actually, I tell you what. Tell me what you want to do first.
Get on the radio, try to talk some sense into him aggressively about the full force of the Unity City Army that we can call in to help us with this engagement.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll forward, and then give me an idea as to, or go ahead and say your speech. I'd love to hear that one.
Oh no,
me too.
I'm so scared. All right. So 6s are double success, right? So it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
I would like to see if I can get the help action and suggest that I have my sniper trained on them already.
Well, do we have visual on them yet?
Well, they don't have to know that.
Oh.
That's why it's a sniper.
I do also have the assault rifle on my back still, just so y'all know.
Come on, man. You can't shoot that thing.
I'm just saying I have it for y'all, not for me.
Right.
All right, go ahead and give your speech over the radio. Tell them what you want them to hear.
All right. So this is Kane with Magical Task Force 6. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
None of your damn business.
All right, listen here. Let's talk about the situation you're in. You are 2 SCP, wounded, holding one of our guys. We have multiple men out here. We have none of us are damaged. We are all in good health. The situation does not look good for you. Our command is listening in on this conversation. They know where we are. How about you give us your guy back? We go about our separate ways, which is agreed upon. SCP should not engage with Unity City. Unity City should not engage with SCP. What do you say to that?
You hear a couple of clicks in the radio, almost as if like he was rapidly hitting the button that allows him to talk or not. And in between some of those clicks, you hear like rapid whispering that seems to be going back and forth, 2 frantic voices. And finally, you get a single word response, which is just I.
I as in affirmative, or I as in I? All right. Was that an agreement that you're going to give our man back?
Dennis, at that point, they're handing your radio back to you, and they're beating feet into the rubble, trying to use their own radios to call in for evac.
Guys, they're trying to get evac. Come and get me, please. Over.
Who is this?
Right, I think that worked.
Hey, yo, it's me.
Oh, okay. That there he is.
Can we leave him here? Honestly, just.
I mean, at this point, I feel like we might need to.
Hey, yo, you're still holding down the button. Over.
So I'm gonna tell my crab to go over to Dennis so he can climb on and get a piggyback ride.
All right, and your crab and both your tea kettlers kind of make their way over there at the same time, and he is able to get himself hoisted up onto the back of your crab.
Good going, Kane. That was really convincing.
Whoops.
Nice work, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Silver tongue.
Now, if I remember correctly, aren't we supposed to be able to figure out our own evacuation? Like, are they coming to pick us up?
I'm sure if you called for a ride.
Can we do that from inside the city?
I'm pretty sure you can probably do that with your radio right now, and they might give you the instructions that you would need.
SCP is already sitting in evac. We could save a step. Just take over their evac and hustle back ourselves.
Come on now.
I'd like to
This
not
is
get
why we
Dennis.
leave him.
Yeah, right. You're just trying to engage the Foundation right now, and we have already engaged them enough.
I just see a free helicopter. I'm on board.
That ain't no helicopter.
All right, Liam.
No. Ignore him. Ignore him.
So are we gonna radio for the evac? That's the plan, right? That's what we're doing.
What would be the what would be the best talent or action for trying to radio evac, or it doesn't matter?
Probably the one needed to use your finger to hit the button.
So anyone, all right.
Speak into the radio.
So anyone but the guy with
As
the
we've
bladed
mentioned
gauntlets
3
can do
times
it.
that the leadership is listening in.
All right, this right here is semi-captain Charlie Skinner reporting in from Houston over here by the JFK space thing. We were wondering if we could get some evac here. Over, HQ, over.
Let him know we got the focusing lens, man.
Roger
tell him we got the
Charlie
thing.
Skinner. Never wasn't aware of your promotion. But yeah, we have 2 birds on inbound. They'll be ETA in 3 minutes.
I appreciate that, HQ, and yeah, sorry you were not advised, but we got actually 2 of those focal lenses. So I appreciate everything you do for us. We'll be over there at the helicopters in 3 minutes. Can you tell me exactly where?
Parameters and objectives are probably classified. Announcing them over open radio channels may not necessarily be the wisest measures. Over.
All right, this is Private Charlie Skinner now. I realized that was a proper demotion very quickly. But where exactly are these helicopters going to be?
Where's your location?
We're
using trackers. It appears that you're right next to the Kennedy Space Center. We would be dropping down ropes for you to be hoisted up.
Oh, all right. Well, heard. We will stay here and fortify the position for the landing of the helicopters.
Unity City Command, you should probably know that SCP is also sending in helicopters for their evac.
Oh, that's why we keep him.
You're welcome.
3 minutes goes by fairly uneventfully. You do hear some rubble falling from time to time, but it's nothing that actually leads to any kind of issues. The helicopters come in, and with the assistance of the various team members, Dennis is able to get hoisted up first into the evac birds, and shortly after that, everybody else makes their way in. One of the pilots does inform you that they saw a convoy of Humvees that were moving through. They seem to be moving in a very, very bizarre fashion, though. I've never seen vehicles operate without throwing off exhaust before. But somebody's figuring something out over there. They look like they were SCP Foundation. We know that you guys had a run-in. Were there any issues with SCP Foundation while y'all were down there?
Nope.
Well, that's not entirely accurate, sir.
That's classified.
You can't tell them that. That's not how that works.
Well, it was a rather unorthodox mission as we were listening in over the radio to near silence until the last 30 minutes. You might want to learn how to utilize the tools that are given to you. It might help ease you a little bit better into further gaining more experience and avoiding such trivial images as a broken leg. And is your nose crooked too?
So what had happened was SCP did all this. It wasn't me. It wasn't my idea. SCP did it.
The SCP injured you? They assaulted you?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, sir, we were supposed to provide assistance to them, and they did not do what we thought they were going to do, so we did not provide said assistance to them.
Huh.
To re-clarify the clarification, you see, you gave us an order, no engagement, and we, for the most part, almost kind of did that. They engaged with us. I did ask about that. What happens if they engage? And they did, and we disengaged from their engagement. And they tried to order us around, and we all thought, well, we already have an order, so we didn't take their order. And now I feel like we're on the verge of war with them. Most Dennis's fault, but everybody else did exactly what they should do for the most part. Almost.
So let us clarify moving forward a little bit. Maybe some of the specialists should remain in basic a little bit longer. When we say do not engage, we're referring to the rules of engagement. That means don't fire upon them. We've never had an opportunity to cooperate on a mission of any kind with the SCP before. This was a very first opportunity of that type.
Oh, well, then you'll be happy to hear that we did agree to cooperate. We just didn't. We wanted to. The intention was there, and thought the
it was the stall.
So, yeah, the war thing was just a joke. I was just picking on Dennis because he had rebobs dropping from the sky. And anyway, but we had the best intentions. It just all went bad. But we meant well, and we know that we know what to do. We know what the right thing is. We just didn't do it this time.
Well,
with all due respect,
I hit Injured Cold with a sword. I hit him with a sword.
Injured Cold?
Sir, yes, sir. We
saw Injured Cold. We got confronted by Injured Cold and a bunch of black-eyed children.
Not to mention Mom Man, didn't even know that was a real thing until tonight. So there was a lot going on. We were under high pressure. Yeah, I think we deserve a thank you and a big break, and we'll take it. And you're welcome.
Well, yes, I don't know about a thank you, but I'll be looking forward to reading everybody's full status reports when we get back to base, and I'll be wanting those by morning. It is your very first mission, and we didn't send you out there with any previous leadership. We wanted to see how you would react on your own, improvising, and it was interesting to say the least. I think a little bit more refinement might need to come to the process of establishing the task forces. But can you at least present me with a mission accomplished?
More than
one
that,
focusing lens.
We've got two focusing lenses, actually.
Excellent. Did you happen to notice any other gear sitting around there? Did you grab any of that?
We got a map.
A map?
Of the space center, sir. I also just wanted to report that the telescope room was in pristine condition, and it seemed like there might have been some extraterrestrial activity inside of there, as well as we saw some lights and some glowing things and some things that just up into space.
Yeah, they told me they mean us no harm.
That is one of the reasons that we wanted to procure this lens, as there's been several strange flying and light phenomena seen in the sky lately.
They did not seem harmful, though.
They talked.
With that being said, I think we can call this a mission accomplished. Congratulations, and whenever you get back, all of you will get 2 days leave, and then you're all required to immediately report back into training because you definitely need additional refinement before we send you out on these high-profile missions.
But I mean, we did accomplish the mission.
But it didn't go poorly. You were successful. So,
sir, all due respect,
I'll review the progress reports, and we're going to determine a squad leader whenever we decide to launch you guys out again for another mission. But until then, rest up, train up, and make sure you share your experiences with the rank and file.
Sir, yes, sir.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
May I ask one thing before we go here? Sir, just curious, have you ever encountered an Injured Cold or Mothman, anything like that?
I've encountered several things in my lifetime. Those two, not in particular. I I was in an engagement that was thought to have had Indrid Cold involved, but we could never actually confirm it. It's a very difficult individual to be sure of is actually present. Normally, you don't even see that individual. It's pulling strings from behind the scenes. So Mothman's normally your biggest indicator that Indrid Cole was around, or seeing some of the Mothman larvae, little chibi Mothmen.
Oh yeah,
Three things about him. Three things. He's a sleepy boy. He keeps chibis in his pockets, and he's got a great sense of humor.
Sense of humor?
That's true.
Sir,
Story. I'll tell you all about it in the report.
Do you have any idea why Indrid Cold was in Houston?
I would imagine he was probably drawn by all the attention there. If the SCP Foundation was doing work there, you're doing work there. Spirit storms have fallen down in the area. For all I know, he may just be coming for survivors. He may be looking for beasties to contract and potentially turn into an army. Our intel on Indrid Cole is extremely limited.
Understood. Well, I'm just happy that we actually survived, except for the broken leg.
I am too. We put a lot of resources into trying to train you guys up and to at least survive these kinds of encounters, and it seems that we've accomplished that much.
Jane.
And hopefully next time we won't burn as many babies.
What?
Well, I don't know. I think the babies I might burn more babies next time.
What? You burn
Those children weren't children.
Well, I mean,
no, it's just my beasties, my water babies.
Oh.
They're basically sacrifices. It's kind of how I do my thing.
You're not talking. What about the children that we fought? The children that we fought with the black eyes and things.
Those kids weren't kids.
I didn't burn them. You did.
Oh well, that's true. I did burn them kids.
Well, I mean, if they were black-eyed children, you had no choice. Houston's nearly overrun with them. They're extremely prevalent in Texas.
Sir, we saw one with blue eyes. Have you seen that before?
No, I've seen regular children with blue eyes.
It disappeared into the rubble. We were going to go and chase it, but then Dennis had to go and break his leg, so we couldn't go after it.
You left a survivor behind that was a child?
Well, no. Sir, there was no way we went and searched for it, and it was like it disappeared into the rubble like a spirit. I don't think it was a normal child.
Sir, the child seems safe, and Dennis was in immediate danger.
Sir.
I'll be needing to see those reports.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's going to take a level up off of that one because that does bring us to the conclusion of this little adventure. We're going to determine exactly what that level up is going to provide for you guys in the future if we decide to come back and do an additional play test of this. My initial idea is this is going to be your guys' introduction into using Terras. I think my big plan is for you guys at this point to be going back into training, and from there you'll be learning how to manipulate Terras.
Nice.
And that's what we're going to go ahead and hit on at level 3 and then move forward from there, trying to expand upon and include the rest of the different cards and mechanics of the TCG straight into the game. And we can get it all fleshed out. I don't know about you guys, but this played very, very well to me. It ran well to me. I had a lot of fun. And as I said at the very beginning of this, that is my most important thing with any game is that we have a good time and that we have fun.
This
questions, comments, or concerns for anybody?
Rip Gumbaroos? One fell swoop?
No,
I really just thought that was amazing. I think you guys did such a good job with it. Man, such a good job. I mean, the system, I love the base 6 with just the D6s. And I feel like you've really captured a lot of the core mechanics of MetaZoo and being able to actually use these cards, you know? Like I was looking at my card for information during the fights because I knew that was going to be relevant, you know? So
exactly. And I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm over here and I've got 15 tabs open. I've got your cards on one side. I've got my cards on the other side. I'm trying to juggle it back and forth. But having MetaZoo's TCG cards right there, easily available, made it very, very easy to run on my end as Veil Keeper, as a game master. So I really look forward to expanding on this. I think that the game ran well. I think you guys did fantastic as role players. I know a lot of you are new to the role-playing aspect of games. So everybody did a good job. You did wonderful role play. You really kind of embodied your characters there. And you took full advantage of everything that your characters were trying to offer to the team. I look forward to building this up. Characters are going to get a little bit more in depth. We're going to continue along these lines with these pre-mays that we've had until we flesh out utilizing the rest of the cards. And then if you guys are up for it, I'm down to sit down and have a session of character creation where you guys get to build something on your own. Now that you've got
that would be amazing.
Runs, once we get the rest of the cards fleshed out, we'll do a new run, a follow-up that'll actually have what you guys want to run as a character versus archetypes that we build that we know are common in all of these games, some kind of standard stereotypes that make things balanced. So if you guys wanted to run a specialist sniper team, or if you wanted to all be nothing but high profile specialized casters and beastie contractors that have no weapon skills, that's just what you specialize in doing, you could go in that route instead of remaining diversified. I see a lot of potential, and but more than anything else, I had a lot of fun.
Man, you did so well.
That was great.
Thank you so much, Dudley. Really, you're incredible, dude.
Same, man.
Thank you. I'm glad everybody enjoyed
before
it.
you guys all leave, I want to try to do something real quick. I'm not sure if it's gonna it might pause the stream real quick, but I need to download a picture. Andy actually sent me a native spoiler that it's not, it has nothing to do with what we're doing, but it's a cool little nod to everything we kind of just did. Let me see if I can get it downloaded real quick, and then I'm gonna actually throw it up on stream.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That's perfect. Would like to throw it out there here at Super Galactic Games and Comics. We're going to actually be offering up native for pre-order once it's allowed, when that date comes up. So we'll have a website that we'll actually have a link to eventually where you can post it on up and on our social medias. And we do have posts with that website already announced on our social medias as well, where you can go ahead and jump in there and get an idea of what it's going to look at. It's very basic right now, but it's going to give everybody an opportunity to do some pre-ordering for native if they so choose, whenever it comes around for that time and for it to be appropriate.
All right, let me think that there.
Where are you guys located? Where is Super Galactic Games?
The Outer Banks
we are
of North
in
Carolina.
sunny Outer Banks, North Carolina, here in Kitty Hawk.
Nice.
All right. You guys ready for this? All right, here we go. Let me see if this actually works. Oh,
it works.
Hey.
Oh,
wow.
New spoiler. Okay.
So this is the spoiler that Andy sent. It is, and that's why I said it was very very fitting for what we were doing, because it's a handheld tomahawk. So,
this thing's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I thought that was super awesome of him. He also shouted us out in the actual official MetaZoo Discord with a announcement. So I appreciate that. Appreciate all the support that MetaZoo gives all of us. And yeah, this right here, I thought this was super, super, super sweet.
That is awesome.
This is really cool.
That's
I mean, the
incredibly
art and the effect, it's a really good card.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Shout out to Snap killing it as always on the art.
Always, every single time.
Yeah, always.
And I'll get that. I'll get that up on Instagram, everything like that. But I wanted to make sure everybody on the stream could actually see that, because I was super cool of him actually doing that, especially with it being like thematic with what we're doing. Because this, I again, I know everybody said it. I'm so impressed with how you were able to, in essence, bring the cards to life in a different way than we've actually seen.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I mean, I'm over here finally taking a look at all the comments, and I got to tell you, guys, thank you for all the love. This has been amazing. It's been a crazy ride. Whenever it was first brought to me, we were just going to kind of try and adapt this into somebody else's game system. And I dived real hard into that, and it turned into a physics problem built on top of a conundrum that was solved by the Enigma machine. And it started driving me nuts, and I realized that everything that I needed was already here. All the information has been provided for me, and it's in a very convenient format. All I got to do is figure out a way to equate that over to tabletop mechanics for role-playing aspect. And I mean, it once I sat down and really looked at everything and started talking with Turmentic, especially going over lore and learning how some of this stuff actually interacts in the world as opposed to just what is said on the card. Don't get me wrong, as a TCG player for many years, what's written on the card is God word for me. But knowing what it's supposed to actually do, how it manifests, turned it into something that I could use to fuel that creativity for actually turning it into tabletop RPG where we can describe the environments, describe the effects, things like that. And it has been an absolute blast. And I mean, MetaZoo took the world of cryptids, which is so diverse, so creative, so out there, and has so many different directions for everybody to go in, that I mean, it's just the opportunities are endless. The things that we can do here are so much fun.
Agreed. But yeah, we'll definitely want to try to do this again, especially once we actually figure out how to implement the next element, whether it's traps or like you were talking about terras and stuff like that. I know it's not going to be anytime before the water tower, because like I want to say at least most of us, I think, are actually going to the tower to either compete or to cover it or to actually listen to D. Talking about D as well too. We are actually going to be doing Let's Talk MetaZoo again next week. This kind of took that time slot this week, the second stream of Casters and Cryptids. But as far as I'm aware, I do believe D, the storyteller, is going to be our guest for Let's Talk MetaZoo. I'm very stoked to actually talk to D. And unless you've gone to a con, you've never gotten a chance to actually meet her in person. She's amazing. The amount of knowledge that she has when it comes to beasties and cryptids and folklore and all sorts of mythical anything is phenomenal. And very similar to like what we did with Harley. Yes, we are going to talk about MetaZoo a little bit, but this is more to actually get to know who D is as a person, especially going to leading right up the week of the Water Tower event, where she's actually presenting at the first ever Loveland Frogman Festival. So I'm super stoked about that. Like I said, I'm really excited for the community to actually get to know her better personally, who she is outside of MetaZoo a little bit. But still, one of the things that actually brought her to the attention of MetaZoo to begin with was her knowledge of folklore and cryptids. So that's the plug for next week, in case anybody wants to come. I'm going to be there. I can't wait. You have no idea. I'm so excited. I love D to death. But yeah, after we figure out exactly how things are going to work moving forward, I'd love to actually try this again. I think I had a blast. I had a blast with
this was amazing. I'd love to.
And the Mothhawk, I can't help myself but get tickled over the mission failed successfully comment. That's
fantastic. But do you guys have anything you want to add?
Do this weekly.
I will say there were 3 bonus objectives. All of them were missed.
The telescope, well, probably because the spare parts. I know we ignored the spare parts in there.
There was a chance to stop Indrid Cole from being part of this situation at all after he summoned a Wendigo in front of you guys. He was the dark caster that was behind the tree set on fire.
Did I ruin?
Oh.
You missed the opportunity to rescue an injured child.
It ran into a building.
It ran into rubble.
Oh, you mean okay?
We should have just captured it.
And you missed potentially a couple of magical items that were stored with the telescope part.
Okay, good to know.
At the time, we didn't know they came in peace.
Great.
But we gotta get better at it. There's always room for improvement, right? There's always lessons.
That's right.
Yeah, I would do this every week. I would do this every week with you guys if we could.
For sure.
Agreed.
100%.
At what point are we
be better?
At what point are we going to actually add more spells? Is that level 5?
That's my plan.
Okay. So we still got a little bit to go.
Either that or what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys an option to choose at level 4 to take an additional spell or an additional beastie. because at level 5 you guys open up to uncommons.
Nice.
Ooh, sweet.
Nice.
Oh man, this is
Squonk,
exciting.
Yeah, lots of fun.
So yeah, we'll keep talking. We'll figure out a time sometime, probably in March, maybe if we can. Definitely April. I know that with April comes native release, and then I think like the gala, and it's also there's a bunch of stuff going on. So this is a very, very busy year for MetaZoo as well, with all the different events. The Collecticons are going to the tower events that they're actually doing each month, the native coming out, war coming out, the book coming out, New York Comic Con.
Cryptids we're gonna do.
I mean, it's a very, very busy year. So we will definitely find time once we get some more stuff fleshed out. Well, like I said, we definitely, at least I'd say, try to do this maybe once a month. And just because I can't, oh my God, you're right. I'd do this next week if we could.
Tomorrow.
I'm already hooked.
Right?
I would love to build my own character and flesh it out more as well. That sounds exciting.
Hands down, yeah. Cool.
I mean, you can even take it a little bit further. Like, you can take the characters that you have right now. We did not write you guys' backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Your backstory is that you came in out of the wilderness. You guys are wanderers of the apocalypse that found the city, heard about the city, went to go do something about it and improve your own lives. Whatever happened before that, that's up to you guys. You guys can totally take the reins with that and have a lot of fun with it. And if you've got something that you want to try to put into your character's backstory that might influence your character's abilities or skills, talk to me and we can figure some things out. That's part of running these games, is figuring out how we can cooperate a little bit so that you guys get the oomph that you want. I can adapt to that oomph, give you something that's challenging.
Love it.
I wanted to make sure this time around that I didn't kill anybody, but I wanted the threat to be there, like the peril to seem like that it was actually going to happen. Moving forward, though, those gloves come off.
And Dennis.
Right. And Dudley and I have talked as well too that eventually we would like to open it up to where we can be dual aura casters, similar to how like the cards are in Seance, though that would give us access to dual beasties eventually. But that's way further down the line, probably once we get closer to being able to use gold spells.
Are you telling me that I can in the future cast goblin potatoes?
Potentially. I mean, it just depends. I mean, it's all up to the dual beasties. So I love it. That'd be, oh my God, that'd be hilarious. The potato and the gumbaroos. But yeah, I can't tell you guys thank you enough. I can't tell you guys thank you enough for all of this. Like,
thank you.
Every single one of you. Especially, I mean, again, to Dad Hat for even coming up with the idea back in August, because
I'm just an ideas guy. Y'all made this happen. This is a huge collab between different, corners of the states and everything. This is awesome. Dudley, can't thank you enough. Fantastic. Rob, thanks for organizing all this together. Yeah, it's been great, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next.
Likewise. Are you all going to Ohio? Are you going as well, Dudley, or?
No, most likely not.
Okay.
I'm probably going to be staying here. We've only got so many employees for the store, and we got to make sure that everything gets manned.
Bring the whole.
So most of the time, whenever we do stuff like that, we take turns.
Bring the whole store.
Be honest, going to like events like that and seeing all of us there at once is probably a very, very slim chance.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, there's only, like you said, there's only a couple of us, so we all have to kind of take turns. So like, I'm going to Loveland, so like I'm trying to talk them into going to, I can't remember which one it was, in May. And so yeah, we have to kind of take turns.
All I'm saying is it might be a really cool thing if possibly this grew into something we could do live at like Collecticon Charlotte or something.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it'd be cool if we could all get together in person and just do a in-person play. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Like a lot of fun
someday.
to me.
Wow,
that'd be sweet. So yeah, let's try to figure out one that we can actually all go to. Or something like that. Maybe we can definitely, because that actually would be ridiculously crazy.
That'd be so cool. Yeah.
It means that we'd all have to stream on our phones.
I could pull out my shield.
It's fair. Nobody likes using their phone. Nobody likes using their phone.
We're on a phone right now.
Yes.
On iPhone
phone
8.
gang. Phone gang. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I thank you, each and every single one of you. Thank you again to the guy, everyone that's actually it was in the chat watching this. I have to say one of my favorite things was Dudley telling me this morning that he loved that you guys were trying to figure out the beasties while he was explaining what was going on. You guys in the chat, especially yesterday, were trying to figure out exactly who we were fighting before he actually given all the clues and stuff. And that stuff was actually really awesome. The way you guys interacted with us as well. I tried to show some.
There was a little mini debate between Foo Fighters and the Lubbock's lights, and whenever those BCs came in, and oh man, it was awesome to watch it. It was, well, wait, hold on.
I honestly thought they were terror orbs at first.
Yeah, me too. I'll be honest, it was really I don't have the opportunity really to actually watch the comments that much while we're actually in the middle of playing because we're so focused on that. But I appreciate all the mods actually in the channel as well too that were actually checking all that and everything. Again, you guys have anything you want to add before I guess we close it out?
Yeah, I just got reminded. I really wanted to say that I was incredibly impressed with your incorporation of Black Mass into the game.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was intense. That was super intense.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'll be honest, that was one that when I was cracking open Seance, we were already knee deep into trying to figure this out. And I saw that card, and in one, it's my favorite card in MetaZoo. I love the artwork on it. I love the whole construct of the card. I love all the different abilities. It gives you so many options. Just as a card, it's awesome. But I saw that and I was like, oh, I'm using that on them.
It was one of those things.
Immediate ammo that's going in the band right now.
As soon as you said that the wrists were slit and the black ooze was it's like, oh, this Black Mass, yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's one of the things I really appreciate was all the little Easter eggs that you were able to throw in there. That
so it was him casting Black Mass that made the SCP guys actually survive. The last two children, he sacrificed them to feed his Black Mass, and that's why those two SCP guys actually survived.
Nice.
Oh, so we did save some people then.
They don't know that. They don't know that you guys were pushing the initiative and putting the pressure on Indrid Cole and Mothman so hard that he had to reach to doing a Black Mass in order to accomplish his goals. So all they think is that they're just really good at their job and y'all suck.
And we never once told them that we got rid of Indrid Cole and Mothman either.
No, you didn't.
I mean, they're not far off.
All we would have had to have done is tell them that we got rid of Indrid Cole and Mothman, and they probably would have actually calmed down.
You probably could have used the black ink that was on one of the weapons that actually cleaved into him as proof of such a thing too.
Marcus,
man.
But that's the hindsight of role playing. You start realizing all the things you could have accomplished, and that's the stuff you'll pay attention to next time you're in game session.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
There were things you guys didn't pay attention to in previous game session. You guys asked to do perception checks this game session. Last one you did. For the most part, it was me letting you know, hey, it's time to look around. This time you guys wanted to know what was happening around you. Makes all the difference in the world. And that right there is just that progression of experience that goes through. And as we grow and implement more and more of the mechanics of the TCG, you guys are going to grow as well as role players, and you're going to explore more of what you can do in an open-ended universe that's interpreted only by your imagination, your mind, and your will to be creative.
Love it. So yeah, once again, thank you all to each one of you here helping with all this. Thank you everybody in the chat. Before we go, I am going to shout out Super Galactic again for allowing us to use the space. Dudley, that's where Dudley is streaming from. That's both where Dudley and I myself work. And shout out to CNO over at TCG Island again for the use of the Streamyards account so we could actually get all of us together. But until next time, I mean, Magical Task Force 6, mission accomplished.
Task Force 6.
Mission accomplished. I don't know if it was done well, but it was done.
Hey, we finished. Hey,
man.
It doesn't have to be 100% completion, but completion is completion, even if it's 60%. You just got to go back and finish the rest of the side quests.
Yeah, I need you to go back and tell my teachers that.
Oh, well, fair. Fair. But yeah, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, definitely reach out to Dudley as well. I believe he's in the MetaZoo Discord proper, but he's also in the Super Galactic Games Discord as well.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can't get up with him, reach out to me. This is like, again, just a new concept that we're trying to flesh out to get everything working, and eventually we'll be able to fully incorporate everything that's on a MetaZoo card into this game. But once again, this is Casters and Cryptids, and y'all are beautiful, amazing people, and I appreciate each and every one of you. There. I'm going to end it on a high note. I love you all.
Thank you guys.
Doing this?
All
Are we doing
love.
this?
Seriously.
We're doing it.
Love y'all.
All right.